Okay, this is my Tripwire video. First thing you do is register and you log in with ESO or SSO, sorry. Log in, authorize it, and first thing you do is you go to settings, account settings, make sure your mask is on the corporate. If you just join the corp, you might have to wait a day for the API to update. Otherwise, go to preferences, select signature ID. Under the default paste life, 72 hours is fine, 48 hours is fine too. Just don't do 7 or 28 days. I like 72 hours. Use your statistics, click save. Click on your name over here. Click on add. You'll do another Eve single sign-on to authorize Tripwire to track you. The orange box means that you're tracking on this character. Jita is the default. There are no wormholes in Jita. So right here is Para. That's the high sec that I'm in, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now I see Para, and that's me in the Tengu. If I click on my alt Truckland, then the F4 chain will pop up after I click on that, obviously. Then you see the chain. There's some useful links here. So this right here, the WXK, that's the wormhole signature versus the type of the C247. When we refer to wormholes, we usually call them by their SIG or the last 3 of their J-code. So our C3 static in this instance is the C3753. If you mouse over somebody, you can see what ship they're in and their name. You can see there's a bunch of people in F4 docked. Well, probably docked. Doesn't really tell you if they're docked or not. If you find content somewhere, you can flare a wormhole. It's like, I'm going to flare this with red. Let's say you found a rattlesnake in this C2 and you decide to flare it red. And you can have the fleet like hold in the wormhole that's flared yellow, for example. So we can just unflare these. So this is a magnetar. As you can tell by the mouse over, you can tell that this is what the effects are, so you don't have to memorize them. So it increases your damage and decreases all that other stuff. This is a low sec static. If I want to see the Z kill to this wormhole, you just click the Z kill button, and you can see what has died here recently. Going back to F4 on Truckland. So you see how this is WXK. If I click on like the low sec, the same wormhole is question marks right here because it's question marks up here. It's perspective based, so if you're calling out, hey, in C2 whatever, make sure you have our F4 selected as the wormhole. That way the correct perspective and the correct SIG ID is popped up. Anyways, going back to Bob K, who is in high sec, in a random high sec. On your probe scanner, I scanned a little bit already. You hit Control A to copy, hit Control C to, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and then you click in this middle box and you paste the signatures into Tripwire. Now I'm over at signature FEN, and it is an X702 wormhole. So FEN, I'm going to edit the signature, and right here is X702. I'm going to do my bookmark. I know this is a C3 based on how it looks. Right there's the C3. So FEN question mark because I don't know where it goes. And then I'm going to edit the bookmark. So you click edit before you jump, so that way you have the window already open. I'm going to decloak and jump. Pay attention to local chat. That way you can tell what the wormhole is like before your grid loads. So that's 326. I'm going to submit that. I'm going to go back into Tripwire and type in CJ103326, which is the one I jumped into, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the C3 right here, some notes. It's a high sec static. You know, let's check out Zkill really quick. Looks like a new bro died a couple hours ago or whatever. Click back here, we're going to save this. We're going to call this high sec. I don't know the signature, and we came from para. Enter. Alright. So there's no structures in the system because of this guy right here. So I'm just going over to the Poco at whatever range. I'm going to cloak, drop probes, move them off D-scan, and overheat my guns. Alright, so right here is all the SIGs. I'm going to or highlight them, copy, and paste them into Tripwire like that. So if you noticed, right here is question marks. So one thing that people do is they'll scan the way they came in first. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's work over here to see if there's any ship on D-scan. So our returns bookmark is HIB. So we'll go ahead and edit the bookmark. HIB. Gonna go back here. So right here is HIB. It's unknown. So if you edit this and you say it goes to, it's a wormhole and it goes to para, that's what happens down here. You get two things. So we don't want that. So the first one that we made, we're just going to edit it and put in the SIG ID. So HIB 492, because that's what it is down there. We're going to save it. It says it already exists. We're going to overwrite. It'll delete the other one, and then so there's only one chain down here. Anyways, work back to here. So then you just continue to scan and update Tripwire with the SIGs. Sometimes, so this is the auto tracker. Right there it's enabled. I keep it not enabled because it messes up a lot for me. Some people have better success with it. You don't really need it. You just have to manually update everything. So I just found the gas site wormhole, so I'm going to copy it and paste it into here. Got another gas site, seems. Well, we don't have to scan everything out, but that is the majority of what Tripwire is. So let's go back to Truckland inside of F4. If Truckland wants to find out what the best route to HiSec is, or best way to JITA, she can set destination to JITA, and then on Tripwire you can go like to this low sec and go to navigation, add waypoint, and then up here it says, oh, it's 26 jumps or whatever. It's pretty far. So we try again, like, oh, what's this? This is a high sec. Let's try add waypoint. Oh, it's a 4-jump JITA. Now careful, it's through a C1, so you can't bring a battleship through, right? So that's the route, is this high sec up to here, and this way, right? For example, if I come in through this high sec, I go up the chain, and then this green line represents a frigate hole. So this wormhole and this wormhole are connected by a frigate hole. The dashed line over here is EOL. So I can like click here and then see, oh, it's got 8 minutes left. So that hole is definitely gone. You know, so don't bother going to whatever this high sec is, right? Click back to F4. It's really nice to just bookmark the F4 hole. That way you always go back to your starting point. So that's like how you set destinations. Went over magnetars. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah. You can check the mass of a hole. So like right here is our C5 right here. If I right click on it and go to mass, you can say all these people jump through it with this much mass. Now you do have to be logged into Tripwire for it to track you, obviously. so it's really helpful if you are always logged into Tripwire. This visual wormhole guide, so this like tells you which wormhole is what. So I could tell that it was a C3 just by looking at the nebula. Right, it's pretty useful. Really nice to just have memorized. Another helpful guide here is the sleeper site guide. If you don't know how to do a C3 combat site, and it has all of them here. Just like on a solar cell, this is the first wave, and it does 400 DPS. And killing this immersion preserver will cause the second wave to spawn. So that's what's up. So how I plussed into this wormhole, where I jumped the hole, bookmarked it, and warped off, and dropped probes and moved them off D-scan. If there was a structure in the system, I would normally warp around to there to see if somebody was docked, or maybe there's wrecks out on D-scan, and that can be maybe somebody was ratting. Oh, by the way, go to shortcuts and right here directional scan, edit the bookmark and hit spacebar. Remap at the spacebar. It's quality of life thing. It's really nice to have. So that way you just hit spacebar and you descan, right? Also, if you hit the letter L, that's this menu right here. So it shows all the bookmarks in the system instead of like right clicking, going to location and travel and like all this crap. That's generally Tripwire though. It's a lot of stuff really fast, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. Anyways, see you later. Well, I forgot something on Tripwire. So if you go to name a wormhole, let's say this wormhole goes to Jita, right? Let's type in Jita. So when you're typing in the J code, you use the leads column right there, and it'll actually connect it on the map like you saw, right? But if you don't do that and you type it into the name column like that, it doesn't actually connect it. So the name is for stuff like, oh, we just rolled this wormhole, we don't want to warp, so we type in don't warp, right? Or we can say like hostile, or like let's say Laserhawk home, right? So like let's say there's a wormhole that goes to Laserhawk C5, you can like name it Laserhawk's home, so that way it's on the chain, it's very easy to identify instead of just a J code. So this is how you adjust the life, right? So if it's on Virgin Collapse, it's crit. If it's D-stab, crit. You do it on the mass side over here. Let's say I knew like what the other side of this wormhole was. I could type like, oh, it's a B274 or whatever, and but you won't really use this bottom part at all, really. The wormhole type is really nice because some wormholes expire after 24 hours, others expire after 16 hours, so Tripwire can delete them automatically. That's what's up. So in regards to the auto tracker, so this will follow you in game, and then this little auto mapper will automatically update Tripwire for where you go. So let's warp over to LA. No, I guess I don't have it scanned, but I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Okay, so I got this the C3 bookmarked. It's LAD. So right here, there's two of them. This is K162, so we don't know what the other side is. So we can type in K162C3. We don't know what this other one is because we haven't warped there yet. But this should ask us which hole we jump through when we jump it. So I'm going to click this one because I jumped LAD, right? Click OK. and it automatically put it in. Alright, this is the end of the video. Have fun scanning